everybody that runs out there, pitchers, hitters, something's bugging them. Nobody's feeling 100%. So I don't know. Those guys have been picking up for me all year when I've been struggling, so it felt good to be able to do that for them today.
On TV, clearly, every time you threw, it was a loud grunt. Do you usually do that, or was that pain?
I don't normally grunt too much, and sometimes I'll let one out, but that was probably more pain.
Okay, I mean, that's what we were hearing, right? I mean, that was your head.
Yes, sir.
Were you afraid that you weren't going to be able to continue?
When it first flared up a little bit when Coach Jarrett first came out, because when I sat down after the first inning and I went back out there, it tightened up a lot more, and it was a little bit more painful then. And then after that, I kind of worked through it. I just had to stay moving in the dugout and keep it loose. Can't just sit around and let it tighten up like it did after the first inning.
How important was it for you, though, to be able to tough this out for your team and do this with the stakes?
It was awesome. I mean, like I said, those guys have been picking up for me all year. I've been, especially the second half, I've had a really rough second half of the year. I've struggled, and it seems like every time somebody comes out of the pen and really picks up for me, or the offense scores 8, 9, 10 runs like they did today. So it just felt really good to be able to step up and get us through the first half of that game and get us going.
How long has it felt like since last time you pitched?
It feels like a while. I don't know. The time flies, though, in the postseason. I've just been enjoying winning right now, so it hasn't felt too bad. I know I've been wanting to get out there, but everybody's been doing their job, so I haven't been needed. So
how I don't want to use the word hard, but when you haven't pitched that long, and all of a sudden you're out there in an elimination game, you talk about that.
Yeah, it's definitely hard because, like I said, there's a reason I wasn't pitching. I've been struggling, so it was kind of hard just to it's more of a mental battle than a physical battle when it comes to that whole time off. But I felt like these guys around me have been just telling me that my time's going to come, and it was awesome that it finally did.
What was the conversation like when they came out to talk to you? Because Boston wasn't picking that up, but you obviously wanted to stay out there. What was that conversation?
Yeah, Coach just asked me what's going on. Is it the same thing that happened in the fall and the preseason? And he asked me if I think I can pitch through it, and I said yes. And he wasn't really loving the idea. And I told him let me throw a couple more warm-up pitches. I just needed to kind of loosen it back up after sitting around in the dugout for a minute, and it'll feel better. And let me throw a couple more, and those ones were better than the other ones. So.
Michael was saying that the plan against them, with the wind especially, keep the ball down. Some of their metrics show that you guys can be successful with the ball down. Your changeup and the slider curveball was really effective. Can you talk about that in the plan?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Micah has a great plan going into every game. It's just whether we execute it or not. Some guys can get away with not executing as much, but I feel like for me that's a big part of my game. That's kind of what I'm supposed to do well. So it felt good to kind of have a plan and be able to execute it and get through the first while.
Scott, does it feel a little better when you look at the scoreboard and you see what lead you were?
Absolutely it does.
Perfect.